Hi guys, welcome back to Pillars in the Shop YouTube channel. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Well, we haven't done a project in a while, but today we're going to do something a little different. Candace wants a custom headboard for her bed, and she wants it made out of a louvered door I bought at a garage sale a while back. So that's doable, and we're gonna, I think we can make it happen, and we'll bring y'all along with us. But she also ordered another bed frame. Okay, so I've got to put it together as well. And I asked her, what was wrong with the old bed frame? She goes, I don't know, it just broke. Okay, since it just broke, we'll get her put together and see if we can't get that headboard on it right after this quick intro. So this is the box the new mattress came in. Not a very tall box, of course made in China, but being this a king size bed frame, it's like I'm gonna have a lot of parts to put together. Okay, so I think I have a plan for that. Now, this is another one of those shelf frames I built. I built it for my son-in-law, and he's gonna put it in his Connex out there, which is the furthest one out there next to my little Jeep. And so I think what I'm gonna do is to keep me from crawling around on the ground, because a king size bed frame is pretty good size. And this thing's 8 foot long. I think I'm gonna lay it down on the side and kind of use it as a table to help me, for me to assemble that bed frame on. That'll maybe keep me from having to try or having to get down on the floor on my knees. And my knees don't care too much for me to do that anymore. So let's get this thing laid over and see how it turns out. Alright guys, see if we can lay this thing down without tearing it up. I'd rather not tear it up. I spent most of the day yesterday building it. Oh. I'm gonna tear it up. I found out one time. Right here where I thought it was. Alright. We got that where we wanted it. Let's bring that box over here with the bed frame and see what we're going to have to do with it. All right, so I got the directions. As you can see, they try to keep them pretty simple for us. Most of a bunch of pictures. And a little bit of English directions to kind of help us out. So, we're going to go with step 1. Unfold and lay out E as shown. Okay, let's do it. Which ones are E? Here's E. So let's move F. And H. And these, another H. Oh, those are H, P, there's all kinds of different ones in there. All right, gotta get my knife. Tell you what I am wondering about, since they opened up like I was saying, there'll have to be some finger pinching rascals when I'm trying to unfold these things. So I'm gonna be a little careful here. There we go. Got all that out of there. And we'll just throw it back here for right now. Okay. Right there. Huh. I think that's probably going to go on the other side because of these right here. Let's see. Probably going to be a center. A center, not a center. Go ahead and move this one while we're thinking about it. And we'll open this one here up. Oh, ooh, that would have hurt. All right. Okay. They're going to get a lot wider than that, though. All right. Well, you guys got the general idea. For the sake of not boring y'all to tears, watch me putting little pieces of metal in here because it's pretty obvious. And I showed you the directions. It's pretty obvious that you just put it together. There's a few bolts to tighten up, and I'll have the frame. So let me slap this thing together. We'll get it off here. Then we got to get some measurements to see what we're going to do about Candace's headboard. Okay, so I'll come back once I get this thing put together. We'll move forward from there. Stand by. Okay, guys, I said it wouldn't take long to put that bed frame together. It didn't. It took about an hour, but it took me about 10 days to get back to y'all. We had a lot of other stuff going on, things we had to do. So anyway, moving right along. Let's see if we can't make some headway on this headboard and bed frame. You can see the bed frame is pretty simple. It all went there. Once I got the outside frame done, the inside was pretty easy. These things here, they just pop in and out. Nothing to it. Now, this is the headboard that I showed you before. This is what she wants on it. This is going to be the top. She wants me to put these on each end of it so she can put a board this wide. I haven't measured that to see how wide it is, but put a board that wide, have a shelf all the way across. The board will actually lay on this edge and as well as this, in the hopes that that gives enough support in the middle. Because we only have 2 of these, and she wants to use this doorknob in the middle to bling, I guess. So we're going to try that. So what I need to do now is get some measurements off the frame. As you can see, that's the end has slots, so you can attach a headboard to it. So I'm going to get some measurements and see how long of boards we need and get those cut. And then we'll need to get those attached. I'll flip this headboard / louver door over, and we'll see what it takes to attach it to the back of it. Be right back with you. You get all set up, and we'll get that going. All right, so let's measure. I have my tape measure here. Let's measure the legs on this bed frame, and see what we got. What I showed, 14 inches. That's going to be an issue, and I spoke with Candace about this. Right now, her box spring and mattress are sitting on the floor, and measuring from the floor to the top of her mattress is 22 inches. So 22 and 14 is 36 inches. That's 3 feet from the floor to the top of the mattress. I pulled out a yardstick and gave it to her. I said, this is how high this bed's going to end up being. If you can live with that, I'm good with it. I don't sleep in it. But you're going to have to damn near jump in to get on it. And the youngest daughter, I think, she's a first grader. She comes in there, she's probably going to be looking over top of the mattress about like this. So I told her if we had to, we could cut probably about 7 inches off the legs of the headboard, which is 9 legs. I can do it. It'll be a pain, but I could do it. But I'm going to wait till she gets home this afternoon and find out exactly how she wants to go about this, because 36 inches from the floor to the top of that mattress is pretty high. You know, that's, well, I'm standing too close to the camera to show you, but we're not going to worry about that right now. What we are going to worry about is getting this headboard done. All right, so I think the first thing you're going to do, we're going to turn it over. Because of course, all the boards are going to be on the back side of it. Come on. I like those light little sawhorses, but they can be a pain. They're not very heavy. So if you want to move, you move something they want to move. And by the way, on the top side, maybe I missed this before, but Candace took a, and she's not here by the way because she's working, of course, but excuse me, she took some light sandpaper and just sanded the loose paint off, and she's put like 4 coats of sealant on it. And she's going to end up doing the same thing to the bottom. Mainly so that we don't think, I guess we're all tested, but we don't think this is lead-based paint. But if it is, like I say, she's lightly knocking off the loose stuff, like I'm doing here with my fingers. Paint sealant on it, we should set it. And she didn't have to worry about it anymore because I'm not terrified of it if it is lead-based paint. I don't plan on eating it, and her kids gonna eat it. She ain't gonna eat it, her husband ain't gonna eat it. But I wouldn't want this. I wouldn't want the headboard shitting the paint in my bed. You know, it'd be uncomfortable. It'd be like heat crackers in your bed. All right, so let's get a measurement. Get a measurement off the base bed frame and see what it's going to take to where we're going to want to put our boards. We'll say measurement. I hate it like this. 75 3/4. Center of this. That's not going to be. This is 84.5, 42 and 8/4. It's the center of the door. Right there. So now we said that was going to be 38 5/8. All right, guys. I've been doing some measuring, some thinking harder than I was thinking a while ago because I was way off on that. Those boards we're going to need to support the headboard. So let me show you what I've done so far, and I'll explain to you what I'm going to have to do. First thing is I'm not going to have the lumber. I'm going to have to go pick some up. But anyway, let me show you what it is, what I've done so far. So I've got the measurements. You see I got a board on there. And I've got the measurements, and I did the same thing at the other end. So I don't need to show you both. I'm going to take it 1 inch from the top. This is the top. 1 inch down. Same thing here. I have a mark right there. Then I'll put that, whoops, sorry about that. Then I'll put that on, and this is what to hang over. Now, this will work. This will work just fine if you want the headboard below the mattress. She doesn't. She wants the headboard, bottom of the headboard, is this right here, starting at the top of the mattress. So what I tell you a while ago, from the floor to the top of the mattress, 36 inches. So that's 36 inches from here. I'm not doing very good camera work. From here down. So you got 36 inches from down there to here, and another 36 inches up to the top. That's 72 inches. I can do that kind of math. So I don't have the lumber for that. Thinking about it, that's not outrageous. I mean, I've done other headboards. Well, no. I've put together beds with headboards, and having tall mounting boards on them is not unusual. But I got my thinking straight and realized now I don't have a long enough board. So when I get some more boards, then we'll get those cut and we'll get the holes drilled in them for the boat. So I think what we're going to do now, I'm going to set y'all up, but I'm going to work on that knob. I can go ahead and get that knob done, I believe. We'll go ahead and get this knob she wants mounted. Let me go ahead and put it in place. I had to widen the hole yesterday to get it to work, but anyhow, what I'm going to do is tighten it up pretty tight. All right, I think that's going to do it. But the F wheel, I'm just going to cut it off right there. And when I do that, I got it pretty tight. That should make it where the nut don't back off because it's going to burn up them threads pretty good. So give me just a second, I'll be right back. All right, I got it set up here. Get this back on. Sorry about all the squealing noise. This has killed my back. This will be over in just a second. Just like that. Now I wouldn't touch that on the dare. All right, guys. Like I said earlier, when I get some boards, we'll come back. We'll see if we can't finish this project. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to hear me over the rain, but that's okay. If you can't, I'll just play music over it. I just wanted to show you how I got those angle braces in.
Really easy peasy. All four, I guess you could call it corners of the headboard. Let me, hang on, I want to show you something real quick. I probably have done this before, but if you use a drill like I do with a screw bit in it, make suggestions. I've suggested this before in the past. I would imagine a lot of y'all already know this, but in case some of you don't, keep your screw bits on a magnet. Oh man, it makes a huge difference. Those little screws on those angle braces are only about this long. And it's really hard to hold it with your, at least with my big old fingers, hard to hold it, hard to hold it and get it started. But if you have your bits are magnetized, they'll just stick to it. They stick very well too. That way you can just put them in that little spot, hit the trigger and screw them right in there. I hope y'all can hear this. You can't, well I probably do, will edit it and just play some music. But anyway, now I'm gonna flip it over and see what I can do about those shelf sconces. Be back in a little bit. All right, on these shelf brackets, this is what I did. One, and you see what y'all can get y'all in there. 1 5/8 from the edge, and this edge here will be on this edge over here. Top where that screw is gonna go is 1 inch. So I'll make me some marks for both of them. They should be the same. Put a screw in there. And that's gonna that'll be the kind of the part I have to be careful of. The screw wants to stick out about 1/4 inch. And like I said, that door is only 1 inch thick. So I can't get too long a screw. I don't want to run it all the way through and poke it out to the other side. Let me find me a screw, get them in there, get this thing mounted, and I'll be back and show you what it looks like. All right, the shelf sconces are on. If I say so, I did a pretty good job myself. They're even, if you can see that in this dark dungeon. Got to get more light in here. I can't really stand it up and show it to y'all. Not by myself, and I don't want to mess up, let it fall or anything. Maybe if Candace gets home, we can stand it up, put it on the bed frame and see how that looks. This came out, look at that, right on that there, a hair. No, not even a hair, it's there. Here's my only issue with it, is that moves. But I think once we put that shelf across the top, and the shelf is going to go, we can't tie to this. I mean, you really can't screw into this because it's plastic. But we'll tie the shelf, we'll screw the shelf to the edge here. Won't take many, half a dozen screws. Drill pilot holes first, screw it down, and that'll hold it. If I have to, we'll get some reinforcement, like I put those braces on there. We'll find something to hold it in place. But anyway, I'm not doing a very good job of showing y'all this, but we're just about to wrap this project up.